are a dozen drivers that could put this together and win the championship, and that's something to be said.
Amen. I agree with you 100%. And
right.
Congratulations to Alex Palou,
Yeah.
by the way, for winning the championship.
Yes.
2
So
races to go.
I'm going to go off of that. So we were talking about the IndyCar finale, how he's already clinched the championship, and there's still 2 races to go. In my head, though, I was like, only 2 races? Wow. I had forgotten that IndyCar a number of years ago kind of pushed back their schedule. So their finale is August 31st, which is absolutely perfect. It's before you're diving in really to the bread and butter of football season. And so I think it would do us a favor as a sport if we looked once more at maybe backing up the end of our season, whether that means, now that's not necessarily cutting down on the number of races. Maybe you do double headers or midweek races, but I would love to see it backed up even more. It's a week earlier, I think, this year than it has been. It goes over Halloween weekend, but I would love the runway to be moved back even further to where we're talking about like an early fall end to like a late summer, early fall end to the NASCAR season.
All right. I think that would be. I think a lot of NASCAR fans would like
Yeah,
it.
then we're not
a lot of
competing-
NASCAR officials would like it.
We're not competing with the pigskin.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
I think a lot of. I don't know if the fans would like that, but I
Yeah.
think a lot of people would.
Yeah. I mean, we still give them the same amount of races, the same number of races. We just shorten up the time period in which they happen.
That's right.
Yeah.
Similar. No off weeks.
Well, you would have off weeks at the end. You would have a bigger. You would have a longer holiday season.
Well, we talked at the top about SVG, and what this guy's doing is absolutely amazing. And I made the point at the beginning that a lot of folks have come in, from other parts of racing. Juan Pablo Montoya came in, Sam Hornish Jr. came in from Open Wheel, and we thought these guys would come in and do really well on road courses and things like that, and they came in and just didn't deliver like we thought they were going to. Well, this guy came in even more unheralded than those guys were very heralded. This guy came in, and we didn't know much about him. We didn't really know anything about him before he won at Chicago, and he is delivering exactly what we thought he would do. When he signed on as a full-time Cup driver this year, we thought, well, he's going to win at the road courses. He'll get a couple wins at the road courses, and that'll get him into playoffs. And, well, no. To Kim's point, they've exceeded what they expected they would do this year. Appreciate it. You keep hearing that. Appreciate it. This guy is one of the best in the world, and he's delivering. Watch him. And I think he's going to get through the first round of the playoffs. He's going to stay out of trouble, get through the first round of the playoffs, and then it's going to be a blast watching him at the Roval to see if he can move into the round of 8. This guy is special and really making some big headlines in NASCAR and raising the game of everybody else. Holly, Kim, thanks a lot. Talk to you next week.
Join us again next week for the Pit Reporters on PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
Hello, hello, hello. 1630 KCJJ. And this is an especially exciting day because it marks the return of Cindy.
Yay! Whoa, I'm really loud.
Oh, are you loud?
Really
Oh,
loud.
that's probably my fault. Sorry.
I'm going to go halfway.
It's been a while
Yeah.
since we've done this. The last recorded one is from April 17th. But I think we've done one where, I had to delete it for some reason.
I didn't realize it had been that long.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's okay. We just had
half my fault.
We had a summer hiatus.
Just like in the old days, like they used to do on TV.
No, exactly. Exactly. It was a summer hiatus. And now that it's back to school season, it's back to Molly and Cindy season. Or Molly Suter and the other girl.
Yes.
As is this show's official name. So, we have a lot to cover today.
I know.
And you can interact with us in the chat room if you want. If you go to YouTube and search the mighty 1630 KCJJ. And it says there's 2 people watching right now. I'm not sure if I believe that.
It's probably you and me.
Yeah, probably. We had 3, but then they bailed. Oh, 3 again. Anyway. Yeah, or you could listen the old-fashioned way, as you are now.
On the radio.
On the radio. All right, Will, what have you been up to on this fine hiatus?
Absolutely nothing, really.
Nice.
I did do 3 therapy sessions, though.
Hey, that's
It's my
great.
first time officially doing therapy, but then I had to cancel the last one, and I haven't rescheduled it. So that's how it's going right now.
Well, scheduling
like
things is hard for us with
3
ADHD.
therapy sessions. That should fix everything.
Unfortunately, I don't think it works like that.
Well, I tried. It didn't work. That's how it usually.
Well, didn't you say it did work though? Like I saw on Facebook, you were like making progress and you were like realizing things about like some of your patterns and stuff like that.
Yeah,
which is what therapy does.
One of my patterns is I tend to not follow through. So it's hard to fix that when part of the sort of like you have to follow through.
Right.
But
it is hard to do.
I got a little bit farther this time than I have ever done, so that's something.
What was the unofficial one that you did? Because you said officially this is.
I went when I was in college. I went and visited like a therapy, like one of the counselors, basically, was a therapist, and we talked for like half hour or whatever, and everything was better.
All right.
Not really, but
yeah, I've not done therapy as an adult. However, I did go as a child, and I remember that just being like half the time I sat down and answered this lady's boring questions, and I'm like, ugh, can we play now, please? Because I thought that's what that was.
Yeah.
Like just going to play with this lady. Little did I know she was asking me like, how do you feel today? What happened at school? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, blah, blah, blah. This is so boring. And then the fun part was playing with the toys. But playing with the toys is also the therapy and can actually be more, like, insightful than just, like, getting the kids.
Why do they stop that when you're an adult? Like,
exactly.
I mean, I was doing it online.
Well, there's art therapy, which I guess serves the same point.
I mean, if they had a bunch of toys there, and I could just play with the toys, and then they could tell me what was wrong with me.
Exactly.
I'd be like, "Oh, okay.
I think
Can I take that toy home with me?"
I think maybe they're banking on the assumption that adults can tell you what happened, can tell you what's wrong, have the language to tell you what's bothering them or something.
I'm not doing that.
And kids just don't before a certain age. That's why you have like kid therapists, you have adolescent therapists, and then you have like adult or family therapists. As far as I know, that's how that
if you're
works.
a therapist out there and you're looking to try something different, and you want to try to therapize an adult with
toys,
kids
toys,
things like how you do kids therapy.
Actually,
where you
I
have
think
to trick them into therapy.
That would be fun.
Like I'd be down for being your first patient in that.
And like, I remember actually pretty vivid memories of going to child therapy, which I called Claire lessons because my therapist was named Claire. And she had me like paint pictures, and she had this like sandbox with like this family of tigers. And I'm sure I just played out my family dynamic with these tigers.
At what age were you when you realized it was therapy?
Well, I was
back on it.
I was 5 when it happened, and I think I realized it was therapy
in your 30s
or 20s when I'm like, oh, that was therapy. Actually, yeah, probably when I was in college, because I was initially a psych major, and I'm like, wait a minute.
I did this.
Wait a minute.
I mean, Claire wasn't my friend.
Claire wasn't my friend,
she wasn't my teacher.
Just playing Tiger Family with me. But yeah, I enjoyed child therapy. So
I would enjoy that therapy.
I think you would too.
It's not that I didn't enjoy what I went to, but I need to make another.
I think
appointment.
it can seem daunting because like the current therapy model, as far as I know, again I haven't done it as an adult, is like you sit down and you tell people how you feel, blah 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 blah. You can tell
that was
me.
Basically what I mean. The first session was basically asking questions about what your goals are and blah blah blah, and then we talked about things and like what worked from last time and that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I do need to make another appointment.
Mm-hmm.
Remind me.
Do you want to do that now?
No.
On the
I have to figure out where the website is. I have to email her again, I think. I mean, if I'm being honest, I canceled that appointment because I thought it was my doctor's appointment that I wanted to cancel. And I sort of canceled that, and then my doctor's appointment was the next week, and I'm like, well, I'm going to cancel that too. Screw this. I'm not doing anything this week. It was one of those months where I just did not want to do anything. So, but that's okay.
But yeah, the current therapy model just seems kind of daunting, and that's why more people don't do it. I feel like it's like, okay, if I just tell you exactly what happened, then what?
But also, as I'm telling them what happens, I know it's from my perspective, and I always feel like, well, maybe you should ask the other person what happened too, so that you know whether am I the crazy one?
Yeah, am I the problem here?
We did not get involved in like personal stuff, but like, you know what I mean, like just general. It was more general. I think ultimately what I'll need is medication, and I don't think this therapist
she can't
does that.
Or they can't prescribe anything. That has to be a psychiatrist, and so they would refer you to a psychiatrist.
That requires making another appointment, and then you got to go in and like talk to them about everything you said already.
But I also heard that psychiatrists they're not as interested in therapizing you as therapists. Yeah, so you would actually probably enjoy an interaction with a psychiatrist because they're like, what's going on? How much do you think you need?
Medication or electroshock or...
I don't think electroshock...
Do they do that anymore?
I don't think they do that anymore.
Lobotomies?
It's cruel and unusual punishment, Cindy.
What's EDMR? What is that? That one where they do electrical pulses or something?
Ooh. That made my brain hurt just hearing about that.
I should do what all the people on reality TV does. All those, I don't want to say fake therapies because I'm sure it works if you want them to work. But like, I've seen people do scream therapy. There was one therapy where they just played like really loud music, and you would like.
Yeah, music therapy is the thing.
No, but like really loud, like heavy metal. I don't remember what they called it. Ooh, but then the person would like scream. And then there's what's really popular on TV these days is taking psychedelics, like not mushrooms, but what's the other thing?
LSD?
Not LSD. There's something else that they take, and they go on a trip, and apparently it changes your life, which I'm like, oh. Given the results of the people I've seen that have done this,
is it MDMA?
It did not work. I have to.
Although I was talking to some of my guy friends I almost said the other day. It was a couple of months ago, but they were telling me about how they were like microdosing this hallucinogen thing, and they're like, it was like the most profound ego death. Like you realize you're just like a tiny part in the universe, and I'm like, I figured that out when I was 13. What do you mean you're just now like grasping this? And I'm like, how are you getting high and realizing, there's not just me. It's not all about me. And
obviously never watched Carl Sagan on PBS to realize how small you are.
No, exactly. I'm just like, you guys, did you really just not think critically before you were 35 years old?
Well, you're talking about dudes. And I know they're your friends, but they're still dudes.
No, they're still dudes. No,
ayahuasca is what they were.
Ayahuasca. Yeah, I've heard of that.
I think that's and I think if you're using that in like Native Americans and like certain cultures use that as part of their religious
thing, yeah,
stuff. But then you get like the Americans going over there and using it, and I don't know,
and mess it up.
I don't know. Based on
take too much.
The people I know on TV that have done it, when they come back, they say they're changed, but you know what? They really aren't.
Yeah. Or maybe it's more ego disguising itself as ego death.
They just don't want to stop drinking and doing other drugs. So they do another drug to pretend like they've done some work, I guess. Which is what I want to do. I just want to take the drugs.
You just want to pretend?
And then be fine with everything. But
there can be really dangerous side effects to even microdosing, like hallucinogens.
I would never microdose anything. I don't micro anything.
Well, yeah, that's even worse, Cindy.
Which I realize is one of the problems, is why I don't drink alcohol anymore.
Yes. Did you see I saw on CNN today, like this just headline, majority of people think drinking even in moderation is bad for you now. And I'm like, that's probably true, because alcohol is poison. But it's fun.
I mean, I think it's regular doses. It's probably fine. I mean, there's some benefits, health benefits to drinking wine.
To wine, yeah, but I think maybe that comes from the grapes or
if you're having
whatever.
problems breastfeeding, they tell you to drink a beer because that'll relax you. And there's some other chemical stuff that goes on that's a very niche benefit to only a small group of people. But I mean, obviously I don't drink alcohol, so.
Yeah. I do, but I feel like summer is all about, like, going to parties and stuff. And I do drink, like, every weekend now, so I do think I have to cool it. I do.
I mean, I think there's a lot of functional alcoholics out there, which...
That's not me.
I never understood like that. I'm like, if they're functional, well, then what's the problem?
Well...
Like, if they're doing everything they're supposed to do, what's the problem? But...
Well, Tommy...
Okay, well, that was a problem. But, I mean, he had health issues. Mm-hmm. He wasn't drinking in moderation, though. But he was functional, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he still...
Yeah, I've worked with a lot of functional alcoholics. And, I mean, they never had that kind of degree, but... of problems. But I guess I'm just used to it. I was always jealous.
I have a couple of friends who are functional
I guess
as well.
I technically was functional, but... because I never lost a job or anything, and I probably lost friends, but I don't really care. It didn't really matter to me at that point. But I knew it was a problem because it was binging.
Yeah.
Which is a problem. But
yes. Unless it's a TV show.
Well, that's a problem too, but I don't care. Okay.
Oh, is it?
Are you watching Gilded Age?
No, I'm watching Smallville. I'm binging Smallville.
You have to watch Gilded Age.
It is. That's not a period in history I'm particularly fascinated by.
Okay, but I'm telling you, in the last episode of this last season, I was excited about a romantic storyline.
Ooh.
And that hasn't happened in a very long time.
That's very...
It is so good.
Out of character for you.
Third season of Gilded Age is must watch. It is so amazing.
But that means I have to watch 1 and 2 first.
And I think you do. And I think you should. The costuming is gorgeous.
Maybe I'll try it.
The actors and actresses are all freaking amazing. Like, they're all... And you'll recognize a few of them, too.
Because I tried Downton Abbey, and I watched maybe up to season 3 of that. I liked it enough to keep watching, but as I said, the time period doesn't fascinate me as much as like some other periods do. And so I stopped watching Downton Abbey when they killed off my favorite character.
Was it the first husband guy?
No, it was Sybil.
Oh,
Lady
the
Sybil.
sister.
Yes.
I mean, I watched it all. I don't think I watched the last season or 2, and I know I didn't see the movie because at that point I was kind of done with...
Aren't there like 3 movies?
I don't know. I just think they're too uptight. Like, I know that's who they are.
Well,
but
I think that's my my thing. Like, I just don't like it because I feel like since they are really upper class, they're very like stoic and like
right.
They have the stick up their butt,
right?
You know.
And I liked that for a while, and I just think I'm a different person than when I first started watching it.
Right.
So now I'm like,
but isn't that Gilded Age though? Like, isn't it high society? Like,
it's,
people like that?
Yeah. But okay, first of all, Mr. Russell is so hot.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what.
Oh my God,
that's
he's
what
so
you
hot.
had to lead with, Cindy. Just
so
tell me he's hot, and I'll watch it.
He's so hot. I love him. Like, I don't normally think I want to call somebody daddy, but I would call him daddy if he wanted me to. And the character is just really wonderfully written. He's like a rich robber baron kind of guy. Mm-hmm. Most of the characters have some...
Who's the actor? Would I know?
I don't even know his name, but he looks hot outside of his costume too.
Well, that's the thing. Sometimes they look hotter outside the costume, sometimes they do not.
I mean, I like him better in the costume. Mm-hmm. And then there's this a younger guy who ends up, this is kind of a spoiler, but he ends up becoming rich, which is also a nice storyline. And they've got a little bit of romance in there. And there's a duke involved. And there's an opera house war for the first season, which sounds boring, but it really isn't. It's very intriguing.
Maybe you would like Bridgerton then.
I did watch Bridgerton.
Oh, you
and
did?
That's why I'm surprised that you're not watching Gilded Age.
Yeah, but Bridgerton was more centered on the romance part of it.
This is not centered on the romance, but they do slip it in a little bit here and there.
Also, Bridgerton was in Regency era, which is a period I do like and am fascinated by. I just, for whatever reason, like the Gilded Age doesn't...
I just think anything with fancy dress is to me like days of yore. Mm-hmm. So even if there's like hundreds of years in between.
I think it was too ornate for me. I don't really like pre-revolutionary France for the same reason. It's too gaudy.
Oh, and they've got like a people of color storylines.
Oh, yeah.
That are, it's very true to what was going on at the time, which I enjoy watching because we did not learn that history.
Right.
I didn't realize that colorism was a thing back.
Well, it's still a thing.
Well, I know it's still a thing now, but I didn't realize that that's kind of like even in their own.
In
like
the black community.
Groups, yeah, there was like.
Or in the people of color.
It's like, you were a slave? Oh, well, my dad was not a slave. I'm better than you. Like that kind of like, dude, it was like 5 minutes ago that everyone was slaves. But anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting because it is kind of true, at least from what I've seen commentary, it's pretty true to what was going on at the time, which, I mean, it's not based on a true story, but there are some true elements, like they were based on true people. And there's a couple of true people in there. Like the guy who wrote the book about high society and he kind of slammed everybody, Ward McAllister. Oh. Like he's a character, which is kind of, anyway, it's such a good show. It had me on its edge for weeks.
Well, I'm glad you like it. That's HBO Max, right?
Yes.
Cool. Perhaps I will put it on the list. There's so many things on the list, though.
But I think if you like Bridgerton, you'll like this one.
Okay.
And if you like Downton Abbey at one point.
At one point, I did.
This is the same creators, but it's Americanized. Like, obviously, because they're in America.
Because they're in America, yeah.
So it's not as hoity-toity, but there is a lot of that. Old money, new money. You got to watch it. It's amazing. But we can't talk about something we both have watched.
Superman!
That I'm equally excited about.
Superman!
Okay, so how do you say the actor's last name? Because I keep
Corrin Sweat.
Okay, I see Corn Sweat because that's all everyone's talking about this summer.
Well, that's how you say it when you're just saying it normally. Like Corn Sweat, the E like disappears. But like if you want to pronounce it like all syllables, Corrin Sweat.
Yeah, I'm just going to call him Daddy Superman. How about that? I have not really watched Superman since Christopher Reeves. That's how long it's been since I
haven't seen Christopher Reeve play Superman. I think I will. I'll go through some of the other iterations of Superman. As I said, I'm watching Smallville right now because I've been told that if I liked this newest Superman movie, the closest characterization to David's is Tom Welling's in Smallville. Like, he's very, like, boy next door. Very, like, sweet.
Yeah.
Very, like, protective. And it's true. I feel like there's clearly an influence. And I saw in an interview, David was asked, who's your favorite on-screen Superman? And he said Tom Welling. Even though in a different interview, Tom Welling said, I actually didn't play Superman. I played Clark Kent. But that's a technicality.
He never becomes Superman in...
Well, I'm only on season 3.
Smallville?
I've seen some things where he has, like, the shirt, but he doesn't have the full suit. And so I think maybe we have the show all the way up until he starts saving the world, I guess. I don't know, because I'm only on season 3. But I started 3 weeks ago, so...
It also has a lady that was involved in that cult in it.
Allison Mack, which I didn't know until I saw on TikTok a few, like, edits with her in it, and they're like, oh, Chloe was such a cool character, such a shame her actress is, you know... Wackadoodle weirdo. And I'm like, wait, what happened? Because, you know, people on TikTok never elaborate when they say things like that. So I had to be like, what did she do? And they're like, girl, the sex cult. And I'm like, what sex cult?
All of them are sex cults.
I'm like, what do you mean? So yeah, I found that out, and it does tarnish her character, because I did like her character before.
I have a hard time separating, but I haven't really watched Smallville. I think I've seen a couple episodes. I just never really got too far into it.
It's very, like, I would characterize it as the boy version of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Just both in, like, it's an ensemble cast of teens and then maybe, like, a few adults solving Freak of the Week mysteries. At least in the first season. And the effects are similar, the coloring is similar, just the whole vibe is similar
Is
to
there
Buffy
a
the
musical episode at any point in
I
time?
don't know. I don't know, because again, I'm only on season 3.
I must have blocked this out because of Dean Cain, but I do remember watching the Lois and Clark TV show back in
Yeah,
the
I
90s.
haven't seen it. I've heard
But Dean Cain has gone off the rails.
I've heard good things about it, but not good things about Dean Cain.
No.
So I don't know if I want to watch.
I don't know if I could rewatch it.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I really liked the decisions they made for the characters and for, like, I just really loved the show. I love it. I mean, I know one of the big complaints is that it's like they're sort of commenting on real time events going on right now, but that's what I love about it. Even though the whole time I'm like, is this movie about us?
Yes.
Like, this is like,
It is. Which is why I liked it. It was very topical, and I feel like because David brought so much heart to Superman, and I think Rachel Brosnahan was really, really good as Lois Lane as well.
Mrs. Maisel. Yeah.
Yes, she was so good. And actually, so was Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. Although I do think I like the guy who plays him in Smallville a little better, Michael Rosenbaum. But I've spent more time with him, because I'm 3 seasons.
And I think Gene Hackman was my first Lex Luthor.
I think that's like
and I
the
think he played
consensus
Lex
with
Luthor. I
the
can't
best.
remember because I don't think he was bald.
He
in
did.
that.
He did play Lex.
And then I don't know because I don't watch enough Superman to know. But like in the 2025 movie, they bring out what I always called the Crystal Palace.
Oh, the Fortress of Solitude.
And I haven't seen anything like that since the original movies. I remember that came out like in I don't know the second or
78.
third movie
Oh,
that
okay.
it came out in,
That's
like
the
where
80s
they
then.
showed where he was, like where his baby's crib and everything was or whatever, where they housed everything. But I don't know. Has that been a normal part of the movies since then?
I don't
or...
know because I've only seen David's. I've
I'll have
only
to figure
seen
that
the
out, 'cause
most recent.
I feel like that was something they brought back to sort of bring like
Because
my generation back into Superman. It's like, oh, I remember that.
Because I want to watch more iterations when I'm done with Smallville, or even like while I'm watching Smallville. I definitely want to see Christopher Reeve because he's kind of
The OG.
he's not even the OG. There was like some dude in the '60s who
Yeah, but he did a
originated
TV
it.
show and it's pretty camp.
Oh,
It wasn't. It was like I just remember seeing, and I didn't watch it in the
But yeah.
original, obviously, because I'm too young. But
yeah, Christopher Reeve is
but it-
like considered
another
like the
Reeve,
best of them.
like the.
Yeah, it was like
and
Chris Reeve. or
Somebody told me
something.
that. I'm like, that can't be true.
Well, not Chris Reeve.
But Christopher
Richard Reeve or something
Reeves,
like that.
and the other one is Reeve.
Reeve. Yeah, Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, I only know
Just
that 'cause
one
I had to
Reeve.
look it up.
Yeah, I used to think it was Reeves too. I think that's just like my default because I think most people with that name have an S on
Yeah.
the end.
Yeah, but that was like my first, and I remember watching those movies all like over again.
And what I liked about this newest one, because I've seen some Marvel movies, and this is why I don't like them. I think a lot of the writers or directors kind of talk down to the audience, and the humor is resorted to like just quips like, he's right behind me, isn't he? Like, just make the audience feel like, just assume the audience is like the dumbest, like, little NPC babies. And I don't think this one did that. I don't think it was talking down to its audience, and I liked that. I don't like to be talked down to.
I guess I never feel that way when I'm watching most Marvel
I
movies,
do.
but I will keep that in mind. You have ruined a lot of things for me by saying
I'm sorry.
you ruined Bones for me by pointing out that it was conservative coded
It's
or
like
Republican
Republican coded.
I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I watched another episode. I'm like, gosh darn it.
See, I still like
She's
Bones.
right.
Do you know what? I still like a lot of Republican coded media, but I can identify that it's Republican coded, especially if it like pushes like the military or police or things like that. Like Smallville, also Republican coded.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes. Well, especially the first few seasons were filmed like after 9/11, and so I understand that there was this push for patriotism in music, TV, movies, etc. Another one I just recently discovered, and specifically Bush era administration Republican coded, is the TV show Greek. That was
I never watched that.
That was an ABC Family show from 2007. My friend and I are watching it together, and just the comments they make are, first of all, just very mid-2000s coded, which to me is Republican coded, because we were in the Bush administration. Like, they're talking about some girl, and she's like, oh, she's so fat, and, like, she's the skinniest person I've ever seen in my life. Or, you know, just saying, I don't know what else to describe it as, but if you ever saw it, you would be able to.
Okay. Yeah, I've never, I think I've seen a couple episodes. I just don't ever remember.
And the Plain White Tees are in every episode so far.
That's a band, right?
It is a band that, like, emerged around the same time as season 1. So I'm wondering if they had, like, some kind of contract obligation with the show. It was very funny.
Band integration instead of brand integration.
Right. I mean, but I guess it worked because the Plain White Tees were very popular in the late 2000s. I play Hey There, Delilah a lot.
Oh, I didn't realize that was them. I also like the addition of the dog.
Crypto! Oh.
That was so cute. I did yell out halfway through. I'm like, you need to give him a treat. He'll drop it.
Exactly.
Which is not the way you're supposed to do dogs. But that's how I get my dog to drop the stuff that he's not supposed to have in his mouth. I have to give him a treat. Which is why he has stuff in his mouth. He's not stupid.
Right.
He goes and grabs something, like a piece of paper, and then I have to get it out.
Yeah, he was so cute. I know he was CGI, but he was very cute.
That wasn't real?
No.
I'm kidding.
I know.
I'm not that dumb yet.
I don't know. There might be someone out there like, what? It's not a real dog. And I didn't realize, two things I didn't realize about Superman, or like the things that I thought were just phrases we say, and I didn't know it came from Superman. One being like, oh, that's my kryptonite. Or, chocolate's my kryptonite.
You didn't know that was a Superman
No,
reference?
I did not
What
know.
did you think kryptonite was?
Just, I don't know. Just a thing people said when they're like, oh, that's my weakness. I don't know. I did not think too hard about
I'm
it.
kind of surprised you didn't question, because you're very much a questioning kind of person.
Inquisitive person, but not when it comes to certain things.
You like instinctively knew it was superhero related, so you did not want to know the whole story.
I don't think I even put it as Superman. I'm just like, yeah, kryptonite. Like, so, yeah, like your weakness. I don't know. I just thought it was a word. I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense that he's allergic to it, because his whole planet was made of kryptonite.
Yeah, why?
It never makes sense to me.
It doesn't make sense. And did you know there's something called pink kryptonite?
I vaguely recall that from one of the shows.
In like the shows and like the earlier comics, there's something called pink kryptonite that could turn you gay. Sometimes like make you the opposite gender.
Okay, that's just
And I'm
dumb.
just like, I didn't know about that.
Unless it's something about the yellow sun that makes the kryptonite. But that wouldn't make any sense, because they were in a big, like, sunless thing when that one guy was using it.
You might be onto something, though.
I know I am, but nobody ever explained to me why kryptonite would be bad to someone who's from Krypton. It's like saying I'm allergic to dirt.
Well, or some people have sun allergies. Some people have maybe not water allergies, but like some other naturally occurring thing. If you know the answer to this, please call us at 319-358-1630.
And it can't be one of those dumb answers like, well, that's just the way it is in that universe. I don't care.
Give us
the best superheroes have like their powers sort of rooted in reality in a certain way, and they have certain rules. They should have certain rules,
right? In order to make it make sense for your human.
I mean, I know it's fantasy.
Yeah, but it still has to make sense.
Like, I know vampires aren't real, but you got to have a stake to kill them.
Right. You have to make your.
And they should be at least sun sensitive, if not sun
have a weakness.
resistant completely. I'm just saying. What was the other thing that you didn't know about Superman?
Oh, so I play Fortnite, and they had this season that was Superman themed. I thought crypto was for Fortnite. I didn't know crypto was a thing.
So I'm assuming that Crypto was part of the original comics, the dog.
I don't know. I'm not a Superman historian.
I don't know either, and I really don't want to deep dive into Superman. I already had to look up I didn't realize that Alan Tudyk, who's in Resident Alien,
Okay.
which is another show you should be watching because it's really, really funny.
Okay.
It's not Republican coded. It is
You sure?
autistic coded though.
Okay.
Which
I'm
love.
aboard. I'm
I love
aboard.
it. I love everything about this show.
I'm on board. I feel like this Superman was autistic coded too, which is kind of why I liked him.
Possibly because he's very much like black and white.
Yes.
This is what's going on.
Like he has a really, really big sense of justice, and he was like really upset that like justice wasn't being served.
And I'm just going to say this. If I dated Superman, he could be Clark Kent all the time, but when we're at home, he needs to talk to me like he's Superman.
No, exactly.
Because the way that actor like switched.
Miss Lane.
Oh my God. I had seen like previews of that and I got goosebumps. And then I saw it in the theater. I'm like,
Oh, me too.
oh my God.
Me too.
It was
I'm like,
so subtle, but it was like his
like
whole thing changed.
His posture changed. His voice dropped like an octave. But yeah, so like as Clark, he's like, yeah, you can interview me. And then Miss Lane.
I know, like, oh my God.
I
It was
know.
so amazing.
No,
It
every
was so
other
amazing.
every other woman on the internet had that exact same reaction too. They're like, okay.
That is the female gaze right there.
No, exactly.
I mean, with our ears.
Which is
but-
why I liked this movie, because it wasn't like so aggressively male.
I mean, I could have done with all the, like, they did a couple, like, shots where you could just see his Superman chest. And I'm like, okay, this is not like a TV show where we have to constantly be reminded that we're watching Superman. It just seemed like an ad placement, sort of. That kind of bothered me a little bit, but that's my only...
They spent a lot of time on that suit, and they wanted the screen time with the suit.
And I love the kid who played Jimmy.
Jimmy Olsen!
Like, he was in Righteous Gemstones.
He had so much riz. He was also in this movie that Amy and I really like called Booksmart.
I don't know if I've seen that.
It's like the female Superbad.
I'll have to.
It's better
I'll have
than
to catch-
Superbad.
I'll have to catch that one.
Yes, you do. It's very fun. The last time I checked, it was on Hulu, but it might not be anymore.
Okay. And he was also in that that zombie movie with or that zombie TV show, Santa Clarita Diet.
Oh
was in
yeah,
that
he
one, too.
was. I saw I think the first season of that before I got kind of distracted.
I liked his character. And then I posted this on Facebook. But okay, you know the scene where they're taking the bulletin board that has like all the murder stuff on it? Like, I call it a murder board, but like they had like the pictures and the yarn attached to everybody to like try to figure out who was at the center of Lex Luthor stuff. They took that whole bulletin board outside, up several stairs. They're shaking it all over the place and not a single thing fell off.
I did see that on Facebook. You're right.
Have you ever transported a bulletin board with stuff on it?
Everything falls off.
I have, yeah, and like not a single thing is on there in the right place when you get it to the place. So I just need to
I
know
get
what
you.
super
the logistics
thumbtacks they had.
The logistics were not realistic.
But also, they didn't really need the board. I'm just saying. That
No.
seemed extra.
I will say I got up to go pee like twice during the movie, so I missed that scene where Mr. Fantastic is like, I guess, shooting everybody.
Oh, that was pretty awesome.
I know, and it's like the number one scene that, other than like the kitchen scene and the living room scene with Lois and Clark, that's the scene that people reference. And I'm like, I was out of the theater during that, so that song, I have no idea what the context to that was.
I don't remember what song it was, but it was a good choice.
It was like, when we were drinking, it was fun.
Yeah, it was not a song that was like, yeah, this should be a gunfight. It was
Right,
like,
exactly.
I love it when they
and
do
I feel
that.
like I would have loved that
It was
I
good.
if I
And
had been
then-
to the theater for it.
like Lois Lane's reaction because she was kind of stuck in like a little bubble thing.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, and she's like going,
I have to
like,
watch it
what's
again.
going on? And
When-
you could tell it just happened very quickly.
When it's on streaming, I have to watch it again. And I think there was another scene that I missed, but I don't know what it is. I think it was maybe less important than the scene I was just talking about. It may have been one of the scenes back in Kansas. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, that wasn't very important, I didn't think.
Not really, but, like, he was recuperating, and Lois got to see, I guess, maybe the more... No, I don't... Just maybe humanize him a little more, like, ground him more in reality. Like, oh, this is just, like, a dude from Kansas who has these abilities.
Right.
He's just a farm boy. He loves his mom and dad.
Yeah. And I really don't want to spoil a twist. But I think something happens in there that has not happened in any of the movies so far when they, like, talk about his birth parents.
Oh, no, in Smallville, it's not a twist. They also say, like, spoiler alert if you don't know, that his parents sent Kal-El to Earth to, like, rule over humanity because they're, like, an inferior race.
Oh.
And they want him to take so many wives and, like, just conquer the world.
That's why I'm glad I'm not, like,
and so, but
into the comic books and all this stuff.
But the thing the point is that he chooses, because of who raised him and how he was raised and the way he views the world, he's like, no, I'm not going to do that.
It's like the nature versus nurture.
Exactly. And then I love, like, at the end, he changes, like, the scenes from his birth parents to the Kents. I know, it was so cute. And the way he was, like, smiling.
That was so sweet.
And exactly, it was very sweet. It was a very sweet movie, and I feel like I would be more into superheroes if they were like that and not so, like, macho and, like, snarky.
Well, did you ever see Wonder Woman?
Yes.
Okay, that was, I think, more...
Well, that's another thing in the DC universe.
Oh.
Maybe I like the DC universe
Maybe
better.
Marvel is more masculine and DC is more feminine.
Maybe.
I don't know, I just never really liked...
For me.
I mean, the one thing I hated about DC, and Marvel does it too, to a certain extent, but, like, DC has done... Is Spider-Man DC?
Spider-Man is, I think, an odd thing where it's just recently been introduced into Marvel. I don't think it was originally Marvel.
Oh.
But with the introduction of Tom Holland, I think that was born out of some contract being.
I always have to remember what, like, if they were in a movie with other superheroes.
Tom Holland is, but it's after his introduction. It's after his movie.
My
he's an in-game, right?
Batman is DC.
Yes.
So, like, Batman
Wonder Woman is
and
DC.
Spider-Man and all of, or not Spider-Man, but all of those, they are constantly redoing the movies.
Yeah.
And they're constantly spending 20 minutes of every movie telling us...
Rehashing what happened.
Like, I already know what happened.
That's why I liked this new Superman movie.
And they had very little... I mean, what they did kind of show you of previous, it made sense to the story that they were telling at that moment. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't like, oh, he came from a different planet and here he is as a baby. Like,
and, like, I didn't know a lot about his origin story, but the way it was told, like, there was the briefest of refreshes when he goes into the Fortress of Solitude. He's like, play the message from my parents. And it's just like, our infant son, we love you, blah, 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 blah. And so that's all I need to know to be like, okay, he was sent here from Earth.
Did you know that was Bradley Cooper, by the way?
Yes.
I was like looking at that guy. I'm like, why does he look so familiar?
The facial hair looked weird.
I had to look up the cast afterwards.
The facial hair looked weird on Bradley. And I think he's lost weight, which is why he looked... And his hair was longer, which is why he looked kind of in camouflage. But I was like, wait a minute. That's Bradley Cooper.
I had to look it up because there's a couple of actors. I'm like, they look kind of familiar, but I don't really... Because all of them were kind of like wearing mustaches and they were looking a little bit different. And Nathan Fillion, oh my God. I love him no matter how bad he looks.
Yeah, that bowl cut did not do anything for him.
Real dumb. But, like, I think that's why he loves doing those kind of things. Like, he knows he's a handsome dude and he's a nice guy, so he can look stupid and not have to feel embarrassed about it.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
Another thing I really liked was Nicholas Hoult, who eventually got the role of Lex Luthor, was down to the final 3 to play Superman. So it was between him, Corin Sweat, and then someone else, I don't know who. But I think it adds layers to his not maybe his hatred or the way he fuels his disdain for Superman, because, like, oh, that was almost my role.
I wouldn't have wanted him as Superman.
And he's the more seasoned actor. He was paid more.
The guy who played Luthor was supposed to be Superman?
Well, he was down to the top 3.
Oh, no,
but
he's not a Superman.
Dave,
I'm sorry, but he's not a Superman in any way.
David looks more like Superman. I think he embodied more of what Superman is. However, he did put on like 40 pounds of muscle, and I feel like Nicholas Hoult could have done that too, and he would have looked more of the part.
But he's more of a... I mean, he's a handsome dude, but he's a little smarmy. I mean, in real life, isn't he?
He's very skinny. He's very tall and skinny.
But he just kind of looks like he's sort of a good guy.
I disagree.
I don't know.
I've seen him in.
Maybe he just did Luther so well that I'm
exactly.
But I've seen him in other stuff. What is he British?
He is British.
Okay, I was gonna say he looks like he's British, and that's another thing.
He was in X-Men. He was in Mad Max Fury Road. I don't know what his characters are named. I know him most from Warm Bodies, which was like a zombie rom-com.
He wasn't the main guy, was he?
Yes, he was. He was the main zombie.
Are you serious? Because I loved that movie.
Me too. Yeah, he was like.
But I don't remember.
He was like 23 when he did that movie.
Okay, I'm
that's
gonna
the
have
first
to
thing
revisit him. But I think that also he looks like he's British.
yeah.
I don't think Superman should be British
David
looking.
definitely has the all-American look.
Yeah,
I think, especially when he did put on the 40 pounds of muscle. Because
and I'm just saying, I would not.
He was a little bit skinny before that.
When he was Clark Kent, I know they made a joke about the glasses being hypno, but like I would not be able to tell the difference between him and Superman.
You wouldn't?
I mean, he looked considerably different. Like, he had the curly hair.
I would have gotten it.
He was like, his whole mannerisms were different.
It's like a Hannah Montana thing. I would have gotten it. You can't fool me with a wig. You can't fool me with glasses.
I don't know. If I came in here with a different pair of glasses and like super curly hair, you'd be like, who's that girl?
No, I would know. But watching Hannah Montana always irks me because I'm like, it's just a wig. She's not even putting on glasses or anything. She's just wearing slightly flashier clothes.
Like, nobody expects Clark Kent to be Superman.
Yeah,
because he's wearing glasses. People with glasses are not superheroes.
Miley is already rich, though, so like it makes sense.
Wait, did she wear glasses?
No,
she just wore a wig.
She just wore a wig. Like, Miley had brown hair and Hannah had blonde hair, and that was it. And then Hannah wore her hair straight, and Miley was like more curly, and sometimes more like wavy.
I mean, I grew up watching Identical Cousins on TV, and I believed it. So, don't you know that? No. I think it was like it was rerun when I watched it. But it was Identical Cousins in every way. I want to say Debbie. There's a popular actress that played
Debbie Reynolds?
Possibly. I had to look it up. Identical Cousins.
Tommy's in the chat room.
Is he going to explain?
Sony owned the rights to Spider-Man, so Marvel/Disney has to rent him to use him in the movies. Spider-Man is Marvel origin. I meant they owned the movie rights to the character, and Fox had the X-Men until they merged with Disney, which is why we get the crossover in Avengers Doomsdays next year. Thank you, Tommy. I did not know that, but that makes sense. Like, with all the consolidations, you get access to a character. You get to, like, rent out Spider-Man.
But is DC renting out something from Marvel?
No.
I just want to know when
Marvel is renting from Sony, I guess.
I mean, can somebody just tell me when they put both of the universes together so I don't have to like separate them all the time? Because it's annoying.
I don't know. Because you would know more than me.
I know, and I've seen like all the Marvel movies.
Yeah, and so you don't know if they merge or anything?
Well, I don't know. I still can't tell them apart. Like, I still am like, what's Batman in again? Is he Marvel or DC? He's DC.
Batman is DC, yeah. Because he lives in Gotham City, and that's supposed to be in, like, New Jersey, right? And then Metropolis. In Smallville, it's around Kansas City, but I feel like a more canon place for it is, like, New York City. Or maybe Philadelphia. Maybe somebody else can help me with that. But, like, they're very close by cities, I think.
But if they just put the two things together, like they do all the banks, just merge it into one big conglomerate. And then think of all the movies. They could have Batman.
Batman versus
hanging out with Thor. They wouldn't verse him. They'd be all on the same team.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because
maybe the first wave of movies could be verses, and then we could get them down to
like Godzilla
just,
versus
like
King
as
Kong.
they die off. Like then we'll have like a core 10 that are from both sides. Make it into a big. I'm full of ideas. Y'all can steal it. Just let me see the premiere.
Contact the studios. Contact Disney.
Like a deathmatch kind of thing with DC versus Marvel, and then at the end they'll have like 10 spots.
I know my boy Superman has got it.
You know Wonder Woman is getting sick of Batman and those guys. She wants somebody hotter.
Yeah.
Thor.
But he's Marvel.
I know, that's what I'm saying. She's getting sick of the DC boys.
So she's like, please, let me go to an alternate timeline.
Yeah.
Because they don't exist in the same universe. DC and Marvel
why
are
not?
two different
Why
universes.
can't they?
I don't know. Well, now that
okay, listen.
so
there are portals.
This most recent movie Lex makes a portal.
Exactly.
Why can't he go to the Marvel universe?
I would be willing to and that was another thing too. It was like
a pocket universe.
Not to spoil it, but there are
that's been out
buildings that get torn apart and then they just get shoved back together. Yeah. And there's absolutely no
way those are structurally sound.
And you know darn well that those landlords in that town are renting them out the next week. Yeah. Unsafe.
Putting like planks over the
putting
cracks.
Ads in the paper that are like new sunlight installed, moonlight glass, or whatever those things are called. The moon windows, or whatever they call them.
I don't know what they call that. All right, well, let's go ahead and take a news break and weather, and we'll be back to discuss probably Superman some more.
Okay.
And then whatever we want. Oh, I also have to tell you about, because I've told the listeners, but I haven't told you about my Vegas trip.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna probably do that when we come back. You're listening to the mighty 1630 KCJJ.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by ZipRecruiter.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. California moves ahead with a partisan redistricting plan in response to the effort in Texas. Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom has announced a November 4th special election to approve redrawn districts.
We're doing this in reaction to a president of the United States that called a sitting governor of the state of Texas and said, find me 5 seats.
California Republican Congressman Kevin Kiley says voters already approve of the way district lines are drawn.
The fact that the governor is now looking to spend $250 million on a snap-rushed special election that by definition could only succeed if they manage to confuse voters, I think it's exactly the wrong thing for our state.
A high-stakes summit in Alaska tomorrow between Presidents Trump and Putin to discuss ending the war in Ukraine. Russia's president has been issued a special license to land on U.S. soil. CBS's Nancy Cordes.
Trump says he wants to feel out the Russian president, see if he is open to a deal, open to making peace, and that if he deems that that's the case, then he would be eager to hold another summit in short order that involves not just Putin, but Ukraine's president as well.
All 800 National Guard members are now in Washington, D.C. on President Trump's order to, he says, fight violent crime.
People are so happy to see our military going into D.C. and getting these thugs out.
D.C. resident Ryan Zito says he's not among those who are happy with the visible military presence.
All this administration does is lie and lie and lie. Crime is down. This is a power grab.
An athletic shoe mogul makes a historic donation to Oregon Health and Science University to change the way cancer patients receive care. KXL's Heather Roberts in Portland.
The record-breaking $2 billion gift is from Nike co-founder Phil Knight and his wife. Dr. Brian Drucker says the goal is to create an integrated care model for cancer patients.
We'll make sure that we can arrange for housing. We'll make sure that if you need some mental health counseling because of this anxiety over your diagnosis, we got you covered.
The Knight Cancer Institute will become a self-governing entity and plans to hire as many as 300 new faculty and staff within the year. Heather Roberts for CBS News, Portland.
Israel's finance minister announces approval of controversial settlement construction in the Israeli-occupied West Bank. Palestinian and rights groups fear this could impact plans for a future Palestinian state. CBS's Chris Livesay.
In Gaza, Israel says it is stepping up operations aimed at defeating Hamas. They've already been pounding Gaza City for days with airstrikes and artillery, worsening an already dire humanitarian situation for civilians.
This is CBS News.
Are you looking to hire? ZipRecruiter finds the best candidate for your job fast. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm going to have to find a new genius, or two half-geniuses, and fast.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
From the Hertine and Stalker Studios in the heart of the Hawkeye Nation, this is the mighty 1630 KCJJ, Iowa City.
Hertine and Stalker Jewelers, making memories, making moments.
Now, Iowa City's news first.
I'm Tommy Lang with KCJJ News. With Iowa's 3 state-run universities set to begin classes later this month, the State Board of Regents has approved new policies aimed at avoiding what it calls indoctrination. The Regents dropped their consideration of a new policy that would have prohibited Iowa's public universities from making students take courses with substantial diversity, equity, and inclusion or critical race theory content to satisfy any major, minor, or certificate. After hearing broad pushback against the policy from faculty, staff, and students, the board updated its academic freedom and syllabi posting policies. It now states, quote, faculty are expected to uphold academic integrity, encourage open and respectful inquiry, and present coursework in a way that reflects the range of scholarly views and ongoing debate in the field. A clause added this week states that student grades must reflect their mastery of course content and skills, not their agreement or disagreement with particular viewpoints expressed during instruction or in their work. The board plans on auditing university policies every 2 years to ensure compliance. An Eastern Iowa company that does business in the Iowa City area says it's purchased required workers' compensation insurance and is on track to avoid a ban on conducting business in the city. In May, the Johnson County Attorney's Office requested an injunction against Hawkeye Waste Systems Incorporated, a local waste management company with an office on Commercial Drive. Workers' compensation insurance is required for most businesses under Iowa law. Johnson County Attorney Rachel Zimmerman Smith wrote in a court filing that the company indicated it had purchased the insurance and it would go into effect on July 11th. The lack of insurance was discovered when OSHA and the Iowa Division of Workers' Compensation investigated Hawkeye Waste Systems after an employee died on the job site in a 2024 incident involving a skid loader. Hawkeye Waste Systems and select corporate officers and employees were charged in April with felonies for failing to maintain workers' compensation insurance. Documents filed on July 29th indicate a temporary agreement between Hawkeye Waste and the county will stand as long as insurance coverage is maintained. Judge Kevin McKeever set a hearing for January to verify if coverage is still active, and he'll consider dismissing the case against Hawkeye Waste if the conditions are met. An Iowa City man was arrested Wednesday morning after allegedly using a sword on his longtime spouse. According to police records, 72-year-old Timothy Basler was waiting outside his Langenberg Avenue residence just before 8:30 a.m. while wielding a large antique sword as his wife returned from work to change vehicles. He then allegedly approached the woman and struck her with the hilt on top of her head, causing a large laceration. The couple has been married for about 36 years. Basler was taken into custody and charged with domestic abuse assault with the use of a weapon. That's an aggravated misdemeanor, punishable by up to 2 years in jail if convicted. Starting on Friday, Dover Street in Iowa City will be reduced to one lane of alternating traffic between Muscatine Avenue and Perry Court. And Ferndale Drive in Iowa City will be reduced to one lane of alternating traffic at its intersection with Terrace Road. The lane reductions will facilitate work on the 2025 water pavement patching project. Normal traffic on Dover Street and Ferndale Drive should resume by the end of the day on Friday, August 22nd. The next Friday night concert series from the Summer of the Arts will feature Big Begonias and the Farrellings. They'll take the Ped Mall stage starting Friday night at 6:30. Admission, as always, is free. For more details, go to summerofthearts.org. In sports, Hawkeye football has landed 2 players on the Associated Press all-time All-America team. That was announced on Thursday as part of the news organization's celebration of the 100th anniversary of its All-America teams. Punter Torrey Taylor, 2023, made first-team defense, and punter Reggie Roby, 1981, made second team. The Big Ten led all conferences with 7 selections, 2 more than the Southeastern Conference. We'll talk more Hawkeye sports on the next HawkFanatic.com segment, Friday morning at 9, right here on the mighty 1630, KCJJ. With KCJJ News, I'm Tommy Lang.
KCJJ Weather, brought to you by Plum Supply.
Plum Supply kitchens and baths. Your home never looks so beautiful.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. We're into a quieter and dry weather pattern with increasing levels of humidity. Partly cloudy for tonight, a low in the mid-60s. And mostly sunny for tomorrow, highs in the upper 80s to near 90. Lows drift closer to 70 into the low 70s for the weekend. Highs around 90 to the low 90s. Storm chance later Sunday and Monday. That's your forecast on the mighty 1630 KCJJ. Right now it's 78 degrees.
You're listening to Molly Suter on the mighty 1630 KCJJ.
And the other girl.
That's me.
The other girl is Cindy.
Yep.
Welcome to hour 2 of Molly Suter, the other girl.
Before I forget.
Yes.
I don't know what this means.
Okay.
But Taylor Swift announced her new album.
A new album.
On my birthday. What does that mean?
That means she did that just for you.
I think so.
She did it just for you.
My
happy
coworker says
birthday,
it has
by the
nothing
way.
to do with that. But
yeah, so she's releasing her album on October 3rd. It's called The Life of a Showgirl, and I imagine it's probably reflecting on her time at the Eras Tour, which I got to go to twice.
Lucky you.
And so, she insists that it's only going to be 12 songs, which is out of pattern for her. Usually she releases the standard version, and then at like 3 a.m. she'll release like either bonus tracks or last time we got a double album. That was Tortured Poets. That's why it was 31 tracks long. Yeah, I'm excited. I don't love the standard album cover, but I do like a lot of the variants.
I guess I don't know what that means, but
she has alternate covers for sale. I don't like all these people doing variations on covers, though. Like, just pick one. Just pick one.
I feel like she has so much.
She's literally a billionaire. You don't need that much money.
I know, but she has so much creativity in her brain that
she can't stop. Yeah.
Like, how is she still making? How does she have that many songs in her head?
She's really good. She's an artist.
She's constantly creative.
No, she's constantly writing songs, right. And I think she's about to dip her toe into film as well. I think she's directing a film coming out in the next couple of years. Because she's already done a few short films, like for All Too Well, the 10-minute version. I like that one a lot, but I consider that more of a music video and not a short film. I think she was just saying that to be fancy.
I mean, I'm excited to see. I don't consider myself a Swiftie, but I respect
the Swiftie community.
I mean, I was telling my coworker, I'm like, I think we should get like all the Swifties in the world, put them in like a room, and give them like all the cold cases.
Yeah, exactly.
And the internet, and they will figure out.
I've seen so many TikToks like Taylor Swift has. We don't thank Taylor Swift enough for keeping thousands and thousands of millennial white women away from QAnon with all of these Easter eggs and theories. They can dig their
They're too busy
grubby hands
trying to figure out what
Taylor's
just going to do next.
Exactly. So I'm like, I'm glad it's this and not like some right-wing conspiracy.
Yeah.
Not,
I love it. I love how smart
I think I've seen
they are.
I've seen a few videos. It was like when they figured out like what the color scheme meant or whatever, and the tweet was like, I love seeing people who should be in the FBI do this instead.
I know, it's just like, I mean, I really seriously think maybe Taylor Swift could just be on a break for a year and just tell, okay, you know what? I'm not going to do anything for a year. You guys figure out how to solve the world's problems while you're waiting. And then all of our world problems will be solved.
It kind of happened, I mean, not successfully, but there's quite a big group of women online called Swifties for Kamala during the election.
I vaguely recall that,
and
yes.
like they organized and got a bunch of people to like register to vote and like be active in other political areas in their own communities and things like that.
I remember being very hopeful for the Swiftie involvement.
Yeah.
But it did not.
It didn't work
which
out.
Tells me that somebody cheated. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Somebody cheated, because there's no way that Kamala didn't get more. Are we not supposed to say that out loud?
I agree.
No, I feel like no one's saying that out loud anymore.
You said the quiet part out loud. Okay. And I don't know, we're still protected.
If I go missing tomorrow.
We're still protected under freedom of speech, right? So
I didn't say who cheated.
The First Amendment. You're right.
But someone cheated.
You're right. We didn't say who.
And it wasn't Hunter Biden.
We didn't say who. Yeah, I'm excited for the album. But speaking of artists that I've seen, I went to Las Vegas last month to see Lady Gaga. And
oh, really?
Yeah, I saw the kickoff for her Mayhem Ball tour, and she was filming it when we were there.
Oh, fun.
And so I'm hoping for like a theatrical release like Eras or Beyonce's Renaissance had. If not,
what the Jonas Brothers did.
Yeah, or like Netflix.
That was the one that I saw.
Or like Netflix or HBO Max or somebody's gonna pick it up. But
or Madonna did one too. But
it's an incredible show, and I really do hope they do something with it. Like release it to the world because it's awesome.
She's another one that's got like she's just pure creative energy.
No, exactly. Yeah, and she didn't get to tour Chromatica, which was her last album that came out in 2020, and so this was her first tour, I think, since Joanne in 2016 or 17.
Wait, was she in the Dome?
What's the Dome?
Isn't that in Vegas, the big circle thing? That
she was in the T-Mobile Arena.
Oh, is she like a residency there or something?
No.
Okay.
It was just the kickoff for tour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Vegas has residencies, but also people just go there for concerts. Like really, really big people do the Allegiant Stadium, and then
or the Dome or whatever they call it,
the T-Mobile Arena. Oh no, the Sphere.
The Sphere. Yeah, the big ball.
I think yes, people do tours there, but when we were there, the Backstreet Boys were actually having a residency there, and if they had performed on a night that wasn't Wednesday or on the weekends when we weren't there, we would have gone to that too because we're both fans. And I would have loved to see the Backstreet Boys because I famously missed them when they came here in the year 2000.
Is that the one with Justin or is that
no? That's NSYNC.
Okay, sorry.
That's
another
NSYNC.
thing. Can't just NSYNC, 98 Degrees, and what's the other one? NSYNC. No.
Backstreet Boys.
Can't they just all be in one big group?
I feel like...
so that I don't have to tell them apart?
NSYNC and Backstreet Boys quite literally had the same producers and writers, so it was the same music. They could absolutely just join...
Just be one big band. And you can even
We
put
could join forces.
New Kids on the Block in there, too, even though they're too old. But...
Yeah. Yeah, they were like 10 years
Yeah, like, I
before.
haven't paid attention to boy bands since...
So, yeah. But yeah, we would have gone for sure. But I already told the audience this when it was just me, but I do think we have a different audience when it's you and me. So let me repeat this cautionary tale, a warning, if you will. If you go to Vegas, do not stay at the Excalibur. The Excalibur is like a medieval-themed casino and hotel. It used to be cool. It was built in 1990, and
hasn't been updated since.
Yeah, exactly. The accessories were, or the decor. The decor was a little bit dingy, a little lackluster, and a bunch of casinos on the Strip either don't smell like it or ban smoking. This one smells like 30 years of cigarettes or 35 years of cigarettes. And the pool deck smelled like diarrhea.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, like the whole time, because we went multiple times, and we're like, okay, so it just smells like diarrhea the whole time. Cool. And so when we got up to our room, we were like plugging all of our devices in. We came back after doing our first activity. Nothing charged because none of the outlets were working. There was only one outlet that worked, and it was in the bathroom. Speaking of the bathroom, we tried to turn on the faucet. Came clean off.
Oh my God.
Came clean off. And we're like, okay. Luckily, we were able to, like, screw it back in, but okay. And then we went to the shower, and they have those communal, like, big bottles on, like, mounted on the walls rather than the individual toiletries. And we were out of body wash. And I asked the concierge, I'm like, can we please have some more body wash up here? And they're like, yeah, no problem. And so, like, half a day later when we came back, they brought us 2 hand soaps, 2 hand lotions, and, like, something else that we didn't need. And I'm like, oh, so they brought us everything but the, like, body wash that we asked for. I'm like, okay. So we had to use hand soap the whole time we were showering. And then the creme de la creme, the icing on the cake. On our last night, we discovered a toenail clipping. A toenail clipping right next to my bed. It wasn't mine because it wasn't hers because neither of us brought clippers. So I'm like, okay, either they did not service this room at all, except maybe make the beds, strip and make the beds. Maybe that's all they did. And did a really bad job of vacuum, or just didn't vacuum at all. Didn't replace the toiletries. Nothing. So, don't go to the Excalibur. I've heard really bad things about the Luxor and Circus Circus too.
I was going to recommend Circus Circus, but I haven't been to Vegas in 20 years.
No,
so.
exactly. It's run down now. And so I guess just spend a little extra money. You don't even have to go to, like, the Venetian or anything. Just go to, like, Harrah's or Horseshoe or the Link or something. Just, like, spend a little more money for baseline cleanliness. And those 3 that I mentioned are, like, more centrally located on the Strip too. Excalibur was, like, way on the very end. And so we had to walk through New York, and MGM just to get to the monorail to, like, move up and down the Strip, because we didn't walk hardly anything. It was too hot. It was like 112 degrees for, like, the first 2 days we were there. It was
I've heard
crazy.
that about Vegas. It gets really hot.
Even though it's a dry heat, it's still heat.
I know.
So.
Did you go see Lisa Vanderpump's restaurant?
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about? No.
Yes.
Okay. I don't even know what hotel it's in.
I think it's in the Flamingo. Yeah, I've heard of
what
it.
She called it, but
it was on kind of my list to go because it looks pretty. But
I'm told that the food is actually pretty good. But
yeah, we had a lot of good food in Vegas. Actually, our best meal for me was the Spanish food, the Spanish tapas that we had at Jaleo, which is in the Cosmopolitan, and that was incredible. I've already told my parents the next time they go to Vegas, they have to go because it was so good.
Do you gamble at all when you go there?
We did a little bit, but we didn't hit any luck whatsoever. And honestly, I view gambling as just a money suck anyway, because like if you play the slots, all you're doing is pressing a button endlessly.
Unless you find the ones that have the arm thing, and then you're actually exercising.
You're just like, but like it doesn't involve your brain. You're just watching like.
It does a little bit. You got to decide if you want to go max 1 to 3 or 10.
See,
you got to do the calculation, and then if you're doing like the penny thing, you got to figure out how much is that in dollars. I've got 120 pennies. Okay, that's $1.20.
And then we also did like video blackjack, and I like that game. That's my favorite game, just because it does involve like some decision making. Like if I get a 17, do I hit or hold? And we had just no luck there too. And I'm like, we're wasting like $50 just doing this. And so I'm like, it wasn't worth it. It was more worth it to spend it on food or shows or attractions or other things.
I usually, if we go to the casino, it's for the buffet.
Oh, yeah.
Generally. But also like if I'm there with friends, they always want to gamble, and I'm like, $20, $25 if I'm feeling lucky, and then I quit.
Exactly.
I'm pretty good at quitting at that point because I don't have any
money anyway. My budget in Vegas was $100, but it's usually $20. Like if I go to Riverside with my parents, I'll take out $20 and then I'm done.
Yeah.
When I lose it, I'm done.
And I try to go to the at least like the nickel or the cheaper machines, just because it kind of lasts a little bit longer.
It does. Like in Vegas, the minimum was $5 or $3 for blackjack, and so that's what we did. We didn't.
I just get nervous. Like there's $20 machines. I'm like,
I know.
Why would you waste $20? I know it's a bigger payout,
but bigger payout if you're lucky, and that's why gambling is so dangerous.
I know. I like the small little payouts.
Yeah, same.
And then you're like, okay, just one more spin.
I can like manage it better.
But
and when I first went to Vegas, newly 21, I was actually very good at my blackjack machine. I put in 20 2 nights in a row and came out with over 100 2 nights in a row. And I'm like, oh, that's great. But once I hit 100, I'm like, I'm going to cash out. I'm not going to...
See, and I would have kept going, but I luckily don't win. So it's pretty easy for me to quit after 20 or 25.
Right, exactly. So we didn't do a lot of gambling just because it wasn't what we were there for, and I don't love it. So.
Yeah, maybe Vegas isn't as fun anymore as in our old age.
No, it was still fun. I had a lot of fun with my friend, and we went to the Lion Habitat Ranch. It's for the MGM lions. They used to be on display in the MGM casino when I was a kid. Like, they didn't live there. They were just like, they would go for half a day and then they would go back to the ranch. But when I was a kid, I thought they lived there. And I'm just like, that doesn't seem safe to have lions.
How long do lions live? Because they haven't really used MGM lions for a long time,
years?
have they?
No, yeah, but these are like the descendants.
Oh,
of the MGM
like the family.
lions.
Okay.
Yeah. Or just, it's actually, I think, become just a general lion sanctuary now. Or like, because they have other animals too, like emus and parrots, other things like that. But it's called the Lion Habitat Ranch because it was originally just for lions. Mm-hmm. But it was great seeing all the lions. And I learned something. I thought the Barbary lion was fully extinct in the wild and captivity. But I learned, like, Barbary lions can mate with other, like, variants of lions. And so you can have, like, half Barbary lions or a quarter Barbary lions, and so they still exist.
What is different about a Barbary lion?
They're bigger, and their manes are darker, almost black.
Oh.
So they're from, I believe the Barbary Coast was, I don't know, like northern Africa, maybe?
Sure.
And, like, the lions that we know are, like, a little bit smaller, and they're from, like, sub-Saharan Africa. They're just a little bit different. But yeah, Barbary lions almost went extinct because of poaching and whatnot. Probably because of their manes.
Or stinky humans.
Exactly. But they're not completely extinct. They are in the wild, but not in captivity. And I thought that was cool.
Sweet. We can do some good every once in a while.
Yeah. So, do you want to play a game?
What? They're all the way out in my car. What's on your TikTok now? Oh, have you been following the Hamilton trend?
Yes.
Okay. What part of the trend are you on now? Because I'm now on people dressing up as Lin-Manuel, as Hamilton, with yarn faces. That's how far I am.
No,
into the trend.
I haven't gotten that far, but I
got the yarn face today.
I think it's just funny because like all these women have like just in their houses like
I should have come here
Revolutionary War
in.
era costumes,
but they
just
don't
that they
though.
can
That's
whip
the
out.
thing. Women are just using what they have in the house. I've seen so many where they're just taking like white shirts and kind of crumpling them up around their neck to make a ruffle, and then they take their boyfriend's like suit jacket,
right,
and a
or,
belt, and
they put on a mustache or something. Yeah, and I love the men acting as Eliza.
That was like the second wave.
I saw
when
this.
The men were coming.
I saw this one. It was like this big buff guy, but he was like in a Walmart muumuu and like a bonnet. He's like, Alexander, come back to sleep. It was so funny.
And then all the ones of like the women doing it and their boyfriends kind of walking in on it going, what are you doing? Why are you climbing out of a window?
Right.
Like, what is going on?
It's very cute.
I just love it when something like that happens and everybody sort of rallies behind the people. And then you'll see there's like a couple people that have like kind of broken out and you can tell they're going to be the next whatever,
like big,
Trisha Paytas or whatever the next
big TikTok creator. Yeah.
Which is cute. Like Ashby is one, and she's been doing the Lorax also.
Oh yeah,
and it's hilarious. And she's got a couple other characters she's going to come out. So she's been locked and loaded to get something viral, and she's ready for it. And I love seeing people that are just like doing videos all the time, and then finally some random thing hits, and they're like, oh, "Okay, I guess I'm going to be famous now."
Yeah.
Here's all my stuff. I hope you like this too.
Yeah, like
it's fun to watch.
Before the trend, they were just like doing like book reviews or something and with like 2 views. That would be me if I ever like went viral for something. People would see like my miscellaneous like Taylor Swift posts or like book posts or
me and my
things.
Sip Club
Your
reviews.
Sip Clubs? Yeah, I love the Sip Club content. It's very cute.
I did Crumble yesterday or the day before.
I
never had. I think somebody must have brought.
It's in Cedar Rapids, right?
Corville. They have a Corville store.
They
I don't know when they got it, but I just happened to notice it one day. I'm like, what?
Do you know what? I haven't been to Coralville in a while because now that I don't live there and like I only go to the mall maybe once a month, if that, I have no reason to be in Coralville.
It's in like, you know where Walmart is in Coralville?
Yes.
That building next to it that has
like Famous Footwear?
Yeah, and like whatever the other store is, Kohl's or Gordman's. I can never tell them apart.
It was Kohl's, yeah.
Is that still open?
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as I know.
I don't know what's open and what's not any nowadays, but yes.
I think the last time I went was Christmas, though,
and you
so
can order it on the app, and like in 10 minutes they'll have it ready for you in a box, and they are so nice.
Are they good though? I heard they're like too sugary. They're too like fragile. They're too like grainy.
They are. You know, depending on the one, there's like one that did kind of fall apart, but it was so moist that it was like.
That's why. Because
it was so good. And yes, it is too sugary, but you know what? It's a cookie.
It's a cookie. But also, like, aren't they like 2,000 calories each?
Why are you reading the calorie count on a cookie? If you're eating a cookie, you are not concerned about calories. Or sugar.
I am repeating what I have heard.
Listen, I am not here for disparagement of.
When did I
junk food?
When did I disparage you? I was just pointing.
I'm taking it
out what
personally offensive.
I was just saying what I heard.
I don't know, but I like as we're taste testing. My daughter and I we're eating them, and I'm like, okay, how can I come up with $25 a week to get? Because they come out with new flavors every week.
Yeah,
they do have little mini bites. So I think the next time I do it, I'm going to do the mini bites.
Okay, that's what I would do too.
Because we did not. And by the way, we did not eat all the cookies.
I mean,
there's still cookies in my refrigerator.
You can eat however many you want.
But there was one with like, it was just this big thick layer of caramel.
Yeah, I saw that.
Holy moly,
you
that
were
was
just
good.
interested in the caramel.
I'm like,
You're
I should have just licked the caramel off and then I've been done. But like every single cookie I tried was good. I did not try the dark chocolate one because I don't really like.
I love dark chocolate.
I don't like
love
chocolate on top of chocolate on top of chocolate.
I think that's fair.
It's too much chocolate.
I agree. I think it needs to be like a chocolate, like raspberry, or a chocolate with coconut or something.
Yeah, it has to have something in there to sort of break it up. But
to break it up,
that's my own.
However, I do love chocolate. Like the darker, the better. Like I love an 80% cacao.
Yeah, and I don't like dark chocolate. I think it tastes like. Just makes me thirsty.
Yeah, you do have to have water while drinking it.
And then it just makes me want to eat.
Eating it.
It just makes me want to eat regular chocolate. It's like.
See, I feel like milk chocolate is too sweet for me.
I mean, I have been. I don't know. My appetite changed about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and so sweet things I don't crave that much, and like when I eat them, they're just I'm getting that like, oh, this is too sweet.
Right.
I did not care with the cookies.
Right.
It was definitely too sweet, but
I mean, but it's a novelty thing.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. It does sound fun.
It was cute. I highly recommend it if you want something fun and interesting. And
I'll do it eventually. Again, I'm usually not out that far. Which is also why I'm glad that we have Raising Cane's downtown now, so I don't have to go all the way to the edge of Coralville to get it.
Well, and they do have delivery on the app, but it's like $20.
No, exactly. I was telling Tommy this like maybe a few months ago, but I don't order in food a lot anymore. I did during the pandemic and like a few years after, but now it's just it's too expensive to justify all the fees, and if you tip well like I do, a $20 thing turns into $50 really, really quickly.
I mean, I don't tip cheaply, but I usually don't tip more than 10% if it's a delivery.
I do 20.
They're bringing me the food.
Yeah, they're providing you a service.
So far, I've not got complaints about my tipping, but
right.
I don't like go crazy on the tipping. But I also have DoorDash for a year because you got free HBO Max with it.
Cool.
That's how they talked me into a year. And then I keep Grubhub because that's where I can get Roy Sands. And I order Roy Sands at least twice a month.
I haven't had Roy Sands in a
Their
while.
catfish is so good.
I think the fried chicken would probably be more up my alley.
It's pretty good, but I've had both the chicken and the catfish, and I love the catfish. Mm-hmm. And I normally do not like baked macaroni and cheese.
Oh, I love baked macaroni.
But I ordered it. I think it was in the last week or so, and I ordered the macaroni and cheese just to try it again. It was so good. Like now I understand what people are talking about. It had like pieces of like the top layer that were kind of crunchy from the oven, mixed in with the creaminess of the macaroni.
Yummy.
Oh my God.
That sounds
it was
yummy.
So good. I'm like, I'm going to have to start trying more baked macaroni and cheeses.
There used to be a food truck on the south side, kind of where Roy Sands was, but it was a truck called Selena's Creations, and I don't think she's in business anymore. If she did, she moved the truck to where I can't see it. But she had like the best fried chicken, and her fries were so good too, and like her dipping sauces were always really good. So yeah, I miss that.
And if you can get it collard greens,
I've never had collard greens.
I've had it multiple times down south even. And I've not really liked it, but I don't know what they do to it, but it is so good. It is so good.
You're making me hungry.
I know. Oh my God. Roy Sands is so good. I don't know if they advertise here or not, but
they don't.
Okay.
No.
You have now.
Whatever. I don't think anyone's going to be too mad at me for doing that. And I wasn't the one who said it. You did.
Okay. I'll get in trouble for it. I can't think of who advertises that I can talk about restaurants that I've been to,
but Gray's Gourmet to Go.
They have good chicken lips.
Chicken lips, yes.
I haven't been there for a while though. I love their miso green beans.
Oh,
do they still do those?
I've never tried that. I don't know because I haven't tried it.
They were really good.
The pizza's really good. They do like a sourdough crust.
I haven't been there in a while. I should because they do like a lunch to go thing, and it's actually pretty close to where I work.
And yeah, you do. What I like doing is I will dip the chicken lip in ranch first as like a coating, and then go ahead and get the sauce on the side, and then I will dip it into the buffalo sauce, which is runnier
But you can
than
give
the
a
ranch.
sauce on the side?
Yes, you can.
Oh.
And then, so it's like a buffalo ranch, a homemade buffalo ranch, and it's so good. That's what I did the last few times I was there.
I think the last time I had it was in the restaurant when they were downtown Iowa City.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have two places downtown now, or did they move over?
No, they're on Lynn.
Okay.
They're on Lynn.
Because they used to be like in the Ped Mall area, right?
I don't remember. I don't remember. But yeah, they're on Lynn now. It's right next to the parking garage.
I was gonna get the auction list up and see if there's any other restaurants I've been to lately. Oh, Colonial Lanes.
Yes, and have
you been there since they remodeled?
I'm the one that voiced the commercial. No, I haven't.
I need to get there because I keep
bowl
I mean,
a lot.
I literally live in their backyard.
You do, yeah.
And every time I pass it, I'm like, I need to go bowling sometime because I haven't been.
I'm excited to see the renovation because before they did that, it was the same decor as it was when like my dad was a kid here, and it smelled like 50 years of cigarettes, and it looked like it had not been.
I mean, I remember see my friend Kim, her parents used to do bowling league, and so I would go with her while the parents would bowl, and we would just do the arcades, and we would do the mini golf.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it has not changed.
Do you know, I'm kind of a beast at mini golf. I'm kind of good at mini golf.
I think they still
golf.
have the mini golf thing. I don't know if
yeah, I think they just refurbished it. They better still have it. Again, I haven't been
to. I mean, I don't know why I'm looking through here because honestly, Midtown.
I love Midtown. Midtown is like my go-to when like I'm showing friends who don't know about like a restaurant because I feel like
do you go to the one on Scott or do you go to the one by Walmart?
Scott. I think I like the one on Scott better. Like I know more of the workers.
My dad always has breakfast Saturday mornings at Midtown. And
like,
so we go there at the Walmart one.
My sister used to work at the Scott Boulevard one too. So like they all know her. They know my dad. But I've been to the other one as well, and it's just as good.
I mean, it's the same food.
It's literally the
I
same,
like
yeah.
it. They're very nice at both of them, but
they are.
I spend more time at the one by Walmart.
I mean, I was gonna say it's closer to you. I don't know if that's true. Maybe a little bit.
I mean, it's probably about the same. It's closer to my dad.
It's on
my dad lives out on,
and it's on the same side of the highway. So yeah.
Once you cross that highway,
it's a daunting task.
I feel like I had a list of things on the Facebook post, but I think we already talked about Taylor Swift. Did you watch any of the clips though from when she was on the?
Yes. I didn't listen to the episode just because I'm like, Blondie, you're not gonna have me listen to your boyfriend's podcast. Love you down, but that's just not happening. And so I've seen clips, and I've seen. I mean, as soon as she said it on the pod, like, so many people were like tweeting about it, and so I knew the release date like immediately without even having to tune in for anything. And yeah, I've seen a few different clips, and they are cute. But yeah, I'm not gonna listen to New Heights.
I know it's been well established. I do not like romance stuff, but I'm shipping them.
They're very cute.
I want to see them have babies. I mean, I don't want to actually see them having babies.
I feel like,
although if there was a video on the internet, I would probably watch it.
Oh,
just saying.
Oh, she
do
would
they
not
still
like
do
that.
Celebrity sex tapes? I don't know.
Yeah, but
I doubt that would ever happen. But
no,
there's no way her publicist would let that fly.
No, absolutely not. I feel like they probably will have kids, just because they're both in their mid-30s, and they both want to settle down. She's wanted to get married. I mean, she wanted to marry the other dude. The other dude didn't want to marry her, and so That's what the breakup was about. Like, she didn't want to settle down, and she really did. So I think she wouldn't have gotten serious with Travis unless he also wanted that.
Yeah.
Unless he wanted to settle down, get married, have kids, etc., etc.
I just like his vibe. And I was telling my coworker, I'm like, he seems like the type of guy who would dress up in a goofy costume to match you for Halloween.
I think he probably would too. Yeah.
And that goes a long way, I think.
Yeah, she seems very happy with him.
I know, it's so cute.
And I love it when, like, pro football season starts. I mean, it's around the same time as college too, but and like all the men, like all the mediocre, insecure men lose their minds when she's on screen for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why do they get so upset? Is it because there's a woman in your space? Is it because she brings women watching the sport and you don't like that? You don't like women in your space?
Yes and yes.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think it
or
is that
because
deep.
you have a teeny weeny, you know what?
Maybe. Maybe. And so, but like, it's not just Taylor. Like, Jessica Simpson did that too when she was dating that Dallas Cowboys player, and like she was just hurled with so much misogyny, and like they were on a losing streak for like the however many years they were dating, and they were blaming her.
That gets done a lot. I've noticed that every time a Kardashian dates a sports person, they always blame the Kardashian for the sports person's
No, exactly. And it's like, maybe it's actually just the team sucks, my dude.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's not her distracting him.
The one
actually, Taylor has a good track record.
I mean, she
when
did
it
nothing
comes
but good things to the
exactly,
football
because
community.
Because he wanted to impress her. And so he, like, really, that first season she was there in 2023, like, I mean, they won the Super Bowl.
I know.
Like, she only helped, and she was still getting all this vitriol.
I know.
From these dudes, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Shut up. The one clip that I saw that I loved was she was talking about how when they first started dating, she was asking him, like, so how did it feel to play against your brother? To, like, look across and see. And I was like, yeah, I've always wondered that too. Like, can you imagine playing your brother on the field? Like, that would be really weird. They were not on the field at the same time.
No.
Why did no one tell me that?
They both play offense, and so when one team has the ball, that's the offense, and the other team has their defense team out, and so they would never ever be out at the same
that doesn't
time.
make it it doesn't seem as exciting then. Because in a movie, they would both be quarterbacks,
or like they both. I mean, people make a big deal about like the brothers'
teams?
rivalry, and I'm like, they don't play.
Wait,
together.
does the quarterback out there all the time then, or is he only out there during?
I think he is only out there.
When they're on
I don't know.
Offense or defense. And I did
don't know.
People were commenting because I loved that clip, but then people were commenting that how wonderful it was that he's still even on the podcast was like, well, you know, you wouldn't have known that because if you like only watched high school football,
right, exactly.
like you played all the things, like there wasn't like separation.
Yeah, like you just wouldn't have done that.
And he was just very sweet about it. And she's like, well, yeah,
right.
but I was right with her as she was talking. I'm like, yeah, that would be really neat. And then she says, you know, she found out. I'm like, oh, well, and he didn't make her feel stupid about it.
Right. Which is important.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm sure there's, like, when she uses big words like esoteric, he doesn't know what esoteric means.
And I feel like he's the kind of guy who's like, what does that mean? Like, he would ask that question.
Yeah.
He's not.
So, like, he's probably not the best at, like, vocab, and, like, she is, because she's a songwriter.
I think they both are getting things out of each other.
Exactly. Which is...
and that's how a relationship should be.
Which is very cute, and, like, how relationships should be. And so, God forbid if they break up. I hope they don't. I hope she's happy with him and she gets her family, because I think she has wanted kids for a while, to get married especially. That's been clear.
Wedding?
That's been clear since like day one of her discography.
Where are they going to get married? Where would they get married?
Probably Ohio.
Is this going to be like?
Because he's from there.
She's our queen. You know what I mean? Like of the United States, not like mine, but like she's like a big deal.
Yes. Or maybe they would go to like Cabo or some other island.
I would love it if they just went to Vegas, like incognito, and just got married by Elvis and been
yes,
like,
exactly.
Guess what we did?
That would be fun. That would be fun if they did that.
I mean, I'm not telling her how to run her life.
No, exactly.
She should have a baby with him, even if they're not married.
Oh, yeah.
That baby was going to be so cute.
And talented, regardless of what avenue they pursue.
Well, and also have all of the benefits of fame and money.
And, yeah, fame and money. Actually, I feel like fame...
The ultimate Nepo baby.
I mean, the money thing is going to be nice. The fame thing might be an issue, especially because Taylor is as big as she is. And so I imagine trying to raise a child, and that is going to be difficult, and it's going to take a toll on the child.
I'm going to recommend they move to Dubai, because apparently in Dubai, I only know this because I was watching a Lindsay Lohan interview. Mm-hmm. She lives in Dubai, and she was saying that like you don't see pictures of her anymore.
No, because paparazzi are illegal.
They're not allowed.
They're illegal
to take any pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, that's pretty clever. I mean, if you've got the money.
Yeah.
And you're rich like that.
I couldn't be there because of the weather. It's so hot.
Don't they have the thing where they can just make it rain when they want to, or no?
What?
They have like a weather control thing.
That's crazy.
But it's causing flooding. I think it's Dubai that I saw that happening.
But it's still like a desert or near desert.
But
so,
you gotta be
I
super rich.
I wouldn't be able to handle that.
But their chocolate bars are really good.
Yes,
the
but
Dubai
so
chocolate
expensive.
is amazing.
I mean, they're good, but they're not $20 expensive.
They are good. They are worth $20. Trust me. I brought one in to share.
I don't think they're worth $20.
Oh,
anyway, you brought it into where?
I brought it into work to somebody I didn't think that would like love it so much, and she's like, "Oh, I'm already starting to try to figure out how to make it myself." She likes it so much,
that's another thing. Like, I've seen a TikTok of someone like of Middle Eastern descent, and they're like, we go to like our Middle Eastern store and we can't get like this one specific ingredient because so many people have bought it and are making Dubai chocolate. And they're like, we can't even make our own desserts because there are so many people trying to make Dubai chocolate themselves.
Well, you shouldn't have introduced it to TikTok. That's all I'm saying. Because that's the only reason I know about it.
Right, exactly. I never would have known.
Get it, Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee has them.
Yes. Again, it's good. I don't think it's worth $20.
I think I bought it several times. I think it's worth $20, but I'm also not real smart with my money. So
just I love snacks,
and I also tend to like
your snacks.
Junk food. So
I do too. I like chocolate. I just don't. Again, it's not dark chocolate.
I like the texture of it.
If Dubai chocolate was like 80% cacao and it had like that stuff in it, maybe I'd be on board.
I don't like.
The darker, the better.
Dark chocolate is like seltzer water.
Yeah.
It's not water. It's not soda.
Seltzer water is
somewhere in between.
Refreshing.
It just makes me want either water or soda. I just get mad when I have seltzer water. I just get mad when I have dark chocolate because it's not chocolate.
Yes, it is. White chocolate isn't chocolate.
But it's good.
No, it's not. Oh,
What is white chocolate then?
Oh, I hate white chocolate. I don't know, but it's not like real chocolate.
I thought it was like diet milk chocolate.
I don't know, but I haven't liked white chocolate since I was a kid. I used to love those like Hershey's cookies and cream bars. I ate those up, and then like I guess maybe when I hit puberty, it was like ugh.
Yeah, I just had a white chocolate candy bar today. So
good for
you. I
didn't
buy it; it was given to me, but.
I can deal with it in like small doses. So like when I used to work at the frozen yogurt place that I did over a decade ago, I could do the white chocolate chips with like graham cracker topping and like key lime yogurt. So it was like key lime pie. It was so good.
That would be good actually.
It was so good. Well, that's because like the overly sweetness like complemented the tartness of the key lime. It was so good.
I agree.
So I guess I need something to counterbalance it, is what I'm saying.
I was looking up to see if I made a list. I have a list from like, I don't know how long ago, and I don't even know what these things were from. they were all like TikTok things that I had seen. Oh, March 2nd.
Oh, gosh.
It's like the whole world has changed since March.
It really has.
We're in a completely different.
Again, we took our summer hiatus.
I know. We should have been playing reruns the whole time. That's what you should do on Thursday
I guess I could have.
Just do
well,
reruns.
sometimes I just plug it, and I'm just like, if you were looking forward to the show tonight, but now it's just me playing music. If you don't want to hear me play music, we have raw audio for Molly Suter and the other girl going back to 2021 on our YouTube. So I'll just plug it. If people really want to listen, they can. It'll be like a new episode because like you don't remember what we talked about in 2022.
I don't remember what we talked about.
Exactly. So yeah, like we do best of Michael Mayer or something. We could do best of Molly Suter and the other girl.
If either one of us had talent at editing.
Oh, I could do it.
Oh, I could.
If I wanted to, I could do it. But I like my music show. I wouldn't want to just run a best of. So, yeah.
We have 10 minutes.
We do!
I can't believe we made it this far.
7 minutes.
I'm trying to think of what else has
We talked about Superman for like 45 minutes.
And then I talked about Gilded Age, which is my favorite show right now.
Yes.
You should watch Resident Alien. Alan Tudyk is in it. I'm not saying his last name right.
Isn't that like an old show?
The most recent season just aired.
Oh, I thought it was older, like 10, 15.
No, I think the first couple seasons, and then they had like a little break because it got canceled, but then it got picked up again by Paramount.
Is it about aliens?
Yes, but not... Wait, is about aliens good or bad?
Good.
Okay, then yes, it's about aliens. It is definitely about aliens.
Well, yeah, Resident Alien.
But it's just so fun. Like, I mean
aliens from outer space, by the way, not like people who were born elsewhere.
Did I tell you my theory on the president?
No.
I think he's a real alien from outer space.
Oh, you're not the only one who thinks that.
And I think that he also doesn't understand the difference between, like, quote-unquote illegal aliens from another country and aliens from outer space. So that's why he's trying to get rid of all of the quote-unquote aliens in the United States.
Maybe. I think maybe you're attributing ignorance where there's actually just malice, but I do like that theory.
I mean, I just wanted to get it out there so that when it does happen, everyone would be like, Cindy said something about this.
Yes, no, I have a person I know, she, like, really heavily believes in, like, the lizard people, and, like, Taylor Swift and, like, all these, like, all these, like, big celebrities and politicians are lizard people, but there are good lizard people, and then there are evil lizard people.
Oh, I don't think anyone else is.
So Donald Trump is an evil lizard person, but Taylor Swift is a good lizard person. Oh. That's what she thinks, and I'm just like, oh my god.
That's interesting, because I don't know if anyone else is alien like that. And as a matter of fact, based on Trump's shape and size, there might be more than one alien in there.
Maybe.
But I'm just saying, based on what he's doing and how he talks, or
do you think it's like the rules of season 1 Doctor Who, where the Slovene come from like their planet, and they have like zip up
human suits?
Zip up human suits, yeah.
Yeah, basically.
And they can only go into like bigger humans because they're like huge themselves.
I mean, you're making my point for me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I've just been like, that's going to be the season ender. Is when we pull back from a news conference and we see behind him and there's like a zipper on his head or something. Ooh. That's going to be season 1 ending.
The end of season. Wait, so 8 years has been season 1, or 9 years?
I think season 1 is like from when he got elected. Yeah, like whenever it's going to end.
Oh, so like wait, this most recent time or 2016?
I don't like 2016. He wasn't. I hate to say this. He wasn't as bad. He wasn't as effective as he is now.
He wasn't as bad, but he was still bad.
But he was still testing things.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely...
So maybe that was like the prequel.
Okay, and then this is season 1.
And this is like the real season.
Oof. It's... Well...
We just had a little, like a teaser in 2016, and now we're seeing the real show happen.
Well, if you're right, I hope he goes back to where he came from. I hope he's, like, banished from, like, the Galactic Federation.
He's already bred, so, like, we got to get rid of all of them. But...
Do you think
that's just my theory.
Do you think all of his baby
Again, if I go missing tomorrow, I have not killed myself. I would never disappear without telling my children.
No, exactly.
If I just disappear, tell Dateline.
I will. And that goes for me too. I would never.
But back to Resident Alien. What I love so much about it is that this guy is like kind of learning how to be human. Because he like takes on another person's.
Have you ever seen My Favorite Martian?
Isn't that like a really old...
It's really old 90s movie. I used to really like it when I was a kid. It was kind of about the same thing. It was like a dude from Mars, and he has to like assimilate into like modern quote-unquote culture.
I mean, it's
from the 90s.
And I don't know how they handle it, but he handles it in just a very unique way. Like he learns English from Law and Order episodes, which, I mean, of course I relate to that. But it's just really funny. Oh, and the other, did I tell you to watch Murderbot on Apple?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't have Apple anymore.
Okay. Well, when you get it, watch Murderbot because
I'm not getting Apple. I used your password the last time.
I can give you my password again. It's so good. It's such a good show. And it's got the guy who played Eric Northman in...
Oh.
He's a robot.
Okay, that's all you have to say. That's
oh my God, he's a robot. And he's
Oh
shirtless in part of it, too.
Alexander Skarsgård, I'm so there.
Okay.
I'm so there.
I'm going to remember to send you my password then so you can watch it.
You have to lead with that.
Okay.
You have to
that's what I told my daughter. I'm like, that guy's in it.
You
She's
have
like,
to lead with who is the hot guy who stars in it.
It is science fiction.
That's fine.
Okay.
You like science fiction. I like some science fiction, yeah.
But it's like, that's not the main thing.
Yeah.
Like the robot is the main thing, and he's just really hilarious. I mean, it's just a really funny. Like it's a robot that's obsessed with a really bad like soap opera.
I'm on board.
And that's like a running joke throughout the whole thing, and it's really funny. Those are my TV recommendations that I've binged lately.
Alrighty.
And you can watch Resident Alien from start to finish because it's all out.
It's all out.
Yeah.
What is that on again?
I think it's on Paramount right now.
Okay, and I do have Paramount. The ones I don't have access to are, Peacock, Netflix, and Disney.
Yeah.
But not because my parents don't have accounts, but because I can't access them because I don't live in their house anymore.
You just have to go to their house and sign in on your device and then go.
Yeah, but my device is a TV.
Oh, well, you're going to have to figure that part out.
Sometimes I can trick it. Sometimes I can trick it into, like, if I don't click on the Netflix app, like, on the Roku homepage, but if I search something I know to be on Netflix, and I just go, like, the roundabout way and click on Watch on Netflix, sometimes it will let me in, and sometimes it will not. So, sometimes I get the better of them, and sometimes they're like, hey, wait a minute! But I got away with, like, 9 months of, watching Netflix completely unscathed. They didn't know that I was not at my parents' house until like 9 months after I had moved.
See, I had Hulu for my daughters who lives in Cedar Rapids, so I kept having to put a code in when I watched it on my TV. And so finally I already had Disney, so I added on Hulu for like $1.
Right. All right, well, it is now 9 o'clock, and we must take our leave. I have to drink some water and eat dinner. So that's what I'm going to do when I go home.
Fun.
Yes. Thank you very much for listening to the return of Molly Suter
Yay.
and the other girl.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
From the Hertine and Stocker Studios in the heart of the Hawk